Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Palmer. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald from 8 yards out. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work.
The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Get ready.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
3rd down, still 14 yards left. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. He's got a rifle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cardinals capitalize on the fumble as they turn it into 6. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He's going to sling this. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And quickly, they get to the line.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. To throw is Prescott. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Second down, 8. On second down, here's Palmer. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Palmer to throw. Screen play, Johnson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. Caught, right side, Gresham. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back now in Arlington, it's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense.
Let's go.
To throw again, it's Palmer. This one complete to Gresham. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
To throw is Palmer. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And look at this. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Picked off by Barry Church. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Palmer gives to Johnson. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first and 10, it's Palmer. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now it's Palmer. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out costs him 5 as he's going to be out of bounds right at the 20. And out now come the Cowboys. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He'll look to throw, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and just 1. He's back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. Now 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. And that's caught by Beasley. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. The 20, 10. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
You can't get past me. There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Palmer's Cardinals. And with that, it's off to the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona, where we'll hand it over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Goddard and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 57 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Corey Peters breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. On second down, Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
On second down, here's Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Dale Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
Well, they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game. We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. On the tackle that time, Tyson Jackson. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Now Palmer. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So out come the Falcons now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run here with Freeman. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll run it. Freeman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Get ready.
Now Palmer down around his goal line. And Gresham's got it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now it's Palmer. Caught right side. Gresham. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback.
Who's trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to Gresham. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it. Palmer, and able to find John Brown. Going to be a gain of 15 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, kicks either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Fresh set of downs here. Now Palmer on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. On 3rd down, Palmer. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and chain.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
18, Sally 19, Sally 19.
On second down, Palmer surveying the field. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. A lot of time in the pocket there, and the quarterback able to find an open throwing lane, and he delivered.
What a terrific job by the guys up front, able to tamp down the pass rush that they've been getting all day.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot and make sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
Man open left side is Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58, clear.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go.
To throw again, it's Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. Third down here.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the D-line's going to spread out. On first down, it's Palmer. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Vic Beasley from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Palmer. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Get ready. 1, 8.
Well, here we go on 4th down. Palmer eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Sally 19. Sally 19. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a 1st down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They come out here in the eye. Another part of this Cardinal rotation. This is Chris Johnson. And he cuts left, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chris Johnson, 60 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Frosty Rucker coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll come out in the pistol. Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Their big tight end, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And his kick is right through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks. So you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Palmer to throw. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
On 3rd down, Palmer finding time. And he's got Gresham. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
One receiver right, that's Brown. Now Palmer on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be...
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you give 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Here we go. It's Palmer on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 41 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. 2nd and 10 now. It's Palmer. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. That one good for 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson from 10 yards out. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And a great example there, just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better, that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
This is taken at the 3. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receiver.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? After the penalty, here's Freeman. And a short gain there down to the... Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, Freeman fighting his way down to about the... And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the... Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They come up in an offset eye. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And now contact up front. And this might set up an interesting decision. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. From that spot on the field, the tendency is to play it safe, run the football, make sure you don't have any errors. But sometimes you want to break tendency, and you take a big shot downfield, hoping to catch the defenders a little bit unaware. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get it completed on that play.
Here's Palmer to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.
Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Cowboys going up against the Cardinals. So let's send you out to the Valley of the Sun as we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, first opened in 2006. Here's a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First down, Prescott. And Escobar has it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here we go.
2nd down, Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dez Bryant, 56 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. And Gresham has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
2nd down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. He's got time. He'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. He's had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. 38.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And that's caught by Beasley. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Well, you know what we need to do? We need to give a hat tip to 2 guys that are riding off into the sunset. Steve Smith and Robert Mathis both have announced the end of their careers.
Let's start with Robert Mathis. You see all the tributes coming from around the league. Everyone talks about what an exceptional pro Robert Mathis has been throughout his career. And the guy has over 120 sacks in his career as well. And how about Steve Smith? Came into the league as a punt returner and became a WR1. How about that? One of the all-timers. I think both of them will merit Hall of Fame consideration, and both of them should get plenty of votes.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll indeed go for it. Palmer, deep drop, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. One man in the backfield, Elliott. To throw is Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Brandon Carr. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This will be caught at about the 3. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there. And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Another extra point opportunity here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And now here's Ross. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up this...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And now here's Ross. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing is Palmer. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, switching gears as we glance at the NFL playoff picture and what's left. You got the Blue Bloods remaining. This decade, New England has been in the divisional round all 7 years. Seattle and Green Bay now 6 of the 7. That's consistency.
That it is, and that means in the divisional round, you have teams like Houston and Atlanta that are really trying to crash the party. Neither one of them has been to a Super Bowl yet.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get that done. Should be an interesting weekend of football. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll come out in the pistol following the penalty. It's Johnson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And an alley to run. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. All right, we've got a minute here, partner. How about the matchups in the NFC divisional round? Seattle at Atlanta, a rematch of a game they played earlier this year that many thought Atlanta outplayed Seattle and should have won the ball game. And then go on to Green Bay, Dallas. There's not much history in that matchup, is there?
Yeah, that's the 8th time that they will be meeting in the playoffs. Cowboys won it earlier this year in Green Bay, Week 6. Also, Falcons and Seahawks, that's a rematch of the 2013 divisional round.
I mean, I love those matchups. And remember, Dallas going to Green Bay earlier this year really heralded the fact that Dak Prescott had taken over the Cowboys team.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A minute 57 to go in this first half. More from the desert after this. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio!
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go! Ohio!
They'll throw again. Prescott, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a 3rd and 8. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Palmer. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys add on.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Smith's Chiefs. With that, let's get out to Arrowhead. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And his first carry, he loses the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Normally when you put together a 3-4 defense, you want massive people up front who can eat up blockers and allow the linebackers to run free. But how about the big fella right there? Breaking all codes and getting into the backfield and making the play.
Escaping the pressure right. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And now here comes Kansas City. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Here's the option going right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Ultimately, that did not work out for the offense, but they have to feel pretty good about the play overall. They were so close to having that thing pop for the yardage they needed, but instead, they actually lost yardage on that one.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run the option left, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. This from 44 yards away. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They come out here in the eye. They go again with Rawls. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. A couple of cheats there to bring him down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Marcus Peters is a former first-round pick who has great anticipation and tremendous ball skills.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. Here's Wilson, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Smith will turn and give this to his fullback, Sherman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. To the air, Smith on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He can run for it, and he will. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Give him 7 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. One receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
He's got Curse. 23 yards on the play.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And now a first down following that long gain. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And left side here, it's Graham. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So yeah.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And he's got it up and through. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. To the right side, it's Kelsey. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 32 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A second down carry for Procise. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, Procise. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
Now Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin.
I think the Seattle Seahawks love nothing more than prior to any game if someone questions Doug Baldwin and his skills.
Because he's got that chip on his shoulder.
Chip. You talk about boulder, all right? And that's what fuels him. Remember, undrafted out of Stanford, has worked his way into being one of the top receivers in the league. And I don't think he wears that number 89 by accident. He reminds me a lot of Steve Smith in attitude and now in playmaking ability.
And 104 yards and a touchdown in that wild card game to prove it.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, rolls. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So put 3 on the board, but from inside the 5. And I know we use this phrase a lot, but that's a big-time win for the defense.
It sure is. You've got the short field behind you, so you can afford to turn up the pressure. And that was a nice sequence there to keep them out of the end zone.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Smith into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. After the interception, here's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. First down, this is Rawls. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Wilson, and he fires one incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd and short. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They run with a power back, Rawls. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. 6 yards on the pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Now the fullback, Reese, this is where he excels. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Marcel Reese taking it in. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On the run, it's Ware. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defenses 3 levels: D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and you throw the ball over their heads, and now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
They run again with Ware. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. but it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. This guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Ataba Rubin makes the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up block.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This will be caught at about the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jeremy Macklin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, what a move. Sheds a 2nd man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And they're going to go soft on the corners. We're back now in KC. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. In the slot on the right is Graham. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Tomahali in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. In motion is the tight end, Graham. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, and Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And now here comes Kansas City. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A good pickup there, 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. And the D looking like they may blitz. A shotgun snap for Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And tough starting field position here. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And now here comes Kansas City. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jeremy Macklin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demetrius Harris, 49 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And quickly, they get to the line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas rolls. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. And now here comes Kansas City. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. They go play action here on first down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Smith going to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. On the ground, this is Ware. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this one is incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. On the return, Hester. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually...
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence.
Bucks. Here we've got two teams who will look to their running backs to try to control the pace of the game. It's the Cowboys going up against the Vikings. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you very much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Twin Cities and the expansive new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Get ready! Blue 58! Blue 58!
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. So on 4th down, here's a punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Now it's is the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Xavier Rhodes is a cornerback who does not mind being physical. Whether he's covering passes or coming up in the run game, he's going to be there to make an impact.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Romo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Let's go now. Line 35. Half, half, half. Half, half, half.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They are going for it. It's Romo. He completes it to Bryant. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
And there you go, Tony Romo to Des Bryant. That often serves as an electrical charge for their offense.
And a warning to the defense, beware.
Yeah, that's the first one of the day. You have to figure there are plenty more to come.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Ready. White 18. White 18.
Now a 1st down throw. Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play.
Here we go. Here we go. White 20. White 20.
Romo throwing again. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys at the 34-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be set at now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Watch 82. Watch 82. He likes to sneak out late. Watch 82. Get ready.
2nd down, Bridgewater. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Bridgewater to throw it. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Here's Bridgewater looking middle, and it's incomplete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop his shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through. And that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. Move with the 8. Dagger. Dagger. Force. Let's go. Force with the 8. Move with the 8.
Third and long for Bridgewater. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And Forbath will put this one through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Check. Ready. Gun. Check. Here we go. Right 20. Right 20.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player. Now, this is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
Ready. Right 20. Right 20. Check.
They're going to go for it. It's Romo. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Romo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. While the time permits, let's look back at the AFC wildcard round. Top performers, I know you have to look at Pittsburgh and what Brown and Bell did on offense. They were spectacular.
Yeah, let's start with the offense because I thought Antonio Brown got them off to an amazing start. 2 touchdowns, long ones in his first 3 catches. They got off to a 14-0 lead, never really looked back. And I thought Le'Veon Bell, the way he ran the ball, caught the ball, everything he did and his patience in running, phenomenal. But how about Houston? To me, the key was defense. Jadeveon Clowney right out of the gate was almost unblockable, and Whitney Merciless became that as the game went on. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Romo here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 39 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements. Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
2nd down, Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bridgewater on 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd and short.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jarek McKinnon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here again is McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Bridgewater now on second down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And he knocks it through. Format to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Romo, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. One man in the backfield, Elliott, looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Second down following the run. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They go to Elliott again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Set. White 18. White 18. Gun.
From the gun on third down, Romo. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Let's go now.
They're going to go for it. It's Romo finding time. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw, Bridgewater. It's complete to Diggs. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there. 9
yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Bridgewater with a keeper. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Teddy Bridgewater. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Elliott, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain. That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Romo. He completes it to Bryant. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
And on the left side, he's got Witten. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They come out here in the eye. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Romo. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
Check, check, check. Ready.
Romo going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, All that exit, there's not any extra field, so it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. The Vikings will go for it. Bridgewater. And no, it's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Check. Here we go.
Romo gives to Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd down. Romo complete to Jason Witten. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Bridgewater to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect that.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Second down now after the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Diggs going in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And quickly they get to the line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Jones. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Chad Greenway in on the stop. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Romo now on second down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Again, it's Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Romo hands to Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now another shot here at the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Bridgewater. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on 2nd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 77 yards. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
Format to send it away now following the touchdown. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready. Check. Black 35. Black 35. Check. Watch
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Ready. Check. White 18.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get nothing out of that one. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set. White 20. White 20. Half. Check. Check.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And an aggressive play call here. It looks like the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Bryant spread out to the right. The Cowboys going, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eric Kendricks able to drop him for a loss of 4. And now out comes Minnesota. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. He's back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his fullback there, Zach Line, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.